Hello, I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. Welcome back to another vlog, and this is still our discussion series and the street vlogging, where we discuss a lot of issues. And I thank you once again for spending your time to watch us. And I've been reading all your comments, and one of them is one of you are talking about. Uh, the narrow roads, and is talking about that not only in Anambra State, that a lot of Nigeria is full of narrow roads, and that is affecting the economic development in Nigeria and making the people not traveling much because they are scared of having issue in the roads. So now we are going to be discussing about this, and I do believe that you will join us, and I do believe that you will contribute to your own quota. But we are going to be focusing more about Anambra narrow roads. Is that an epidemic, or is that something of a bad habit that Anambra State has continuously maintained narrow roads? Even when they dualize the roads, the roads are still not wide enough like what it should be, taking in consideration that the population of the state is growing, instead of having to start demolition again, instead of taking the opportunity once and for all and do the right thing. So that's what we are going to be discussing. Remember that you need to like, remember that you need to drop a comment, and you need to share this, and also don't fail to subscribe, please, and this will help us. I am so Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. So the genesis of this is based on what we did about dualization of Onitsha 33 road, which has caused a lot of problems. It has caused untold hardship, although this road question is a federal highway. And because some people were saying, or the governor was actually saying that let's wait for the federal government if it doesn't do that. And some people were reacting, and I myself was also reacting to governor and saying, you are talking about federal government. Which road has federal government maintained completely solved? What traffic problem have they solved? Most of their roads in Anambra State is having one problem or the other, and it takes them years to even to do all these roads. Like Enugu-Onitsha Expressway has been under problem for more than 10 to 15 years, and the federal government have been struggling. Even Owe Road, they have not been able to do that. People know the reason why these things are happening, but meaning that the state should not be depending on the federal government on these roads. It should find a way out to sort it out, because the more we sort this thing out, the more our economy grows. And once the economy grows, we'll be able to create more jobs and create more businesses and opportunities for our people. So now is the issue of these narrow roads. Narrow roads everywhere. You look at Onitsha, in some areas, they would have dreamed to see all those houses built in Onitsha. Those areas have wider roads, but they don't have houses like that. If you go to Akwa Ibom State, you see how wide the roads are, but they don't have a lot of population or people that are as rich as Anambra State people to build all those houses you see in Onitsha, see in many places, in rural villages and all those things. They would have been dreaming to have those things. Their place would have been something else. But in the case of Anambra State, the people have the money, but they tend to have governors that doesn't actually dream or think big. Think about the future. Solving the problem of the future now, because you can't imagine that many of the key roads are still narrow. Even the one that Soludo is dualizing are still very narrow, because considering that a lot of illegal structures are still blocking all those both left and right of those roads, and there is no room for, there is no shoulder on those roads, there is no room for bus stops. And you know, bus stop must be created in many of these areas, and from what they are doing, you can see there's no room for bus stop. The designs of those roads is some of the engineers that were spoken to actually argue that the designing is very, very poor, considering that the state is densely populated, and they are talking about it would have been designed better. And considering that after building those roads, that what will happen is that there will be a quantum leap in economic activity, that within 5 years it make no sense of those roads you have built, because the whole place will be jam-packed again. So that's what we are talking about. Dealing with these narrow roads is very, very important. Like the commentator said, that the businesses will not be able to grow, mega industries will not come, and mega businesses will not arrive if we do not deal with this issue once and for all. So that's why we are here calling on again and again the Anambra state government, Professor Soludo. Although in his government, in the shortest time he's been there, he has been dualizing some of the roads. But the main thing is that the roads is dualizing is not wide enough to compare to what the state needed. So sometimes he will be saying, oh, money. But is it not better to dualize one or two roads and make it a bit wider? So next time you are doing another one, you do it wide again, once and for all. So those demolitions should have been done once and for all. And considering that he's talking about train coming to Anambra State, why not use the opportunity as you are dualizing those roads, expand the roads better, leaving space for train? So narrow roads should not be allowed in the state, especially most of those strong aid roads must be widened in a way that they must be 6 lane. That's 3 on each side. So those that are 4 lane should be wide enough that you will be regarded that it's like it has more space on both sides of it. So that's what we need to be doing in the state. So for those that are commenting about the Anambra choosing loving narrow road more than any other thing, they are not mistaken. One of them was actually saying, oh, that in Imo State their roads are wider. That if you see in Abia State, that you see why RLSOT was able to do what he's doing is because a lot of the roads they are, is much wider in Abia State. Actually, I do believe that a lot of the roads I saw in Abia are more wider compared to Anambra State. That's true. Even before the governor of Abia State start doing anything, you can see that a lot of those roads are quite wider. I looked at that. So you'll be asking yourself, who did this thing to Anambra State? Why we should all the time having narrow roads? Why should we be having narrow roads? If you look at Onitsha Road, it's a 4-lane road. But look at how wide the roads are. If you compare it to the dualization the Anambra State government is doing, the 4 lanes they are doing, it's not even the same measurement. So you'll be asking yourself, why should we be narrowing our roads, creating more traffic jam and stopping the business activities and economy growing? So we should rise from this and be a state that expands their roads. So it's very, very important, because the economy cannot grow how we are doing it. The economy will not grow. There's no way the economy will grow. With that, even when the economy grow, it become a problem. We should have learned from Lagos what is happening in Lagos, where everywhere is shut down because of lack of wider roads and lack of increased population. So think about that if we don't take care, if our economy grows, we are now in for a shock. So, and it's cheaper now to do the needful now with little compensations and expand those roads. Look at the Iweka Road. So a governor that have a bigger vision would have taken the opportunity to expand that road so much. to main market. But now you see what happened. So think about this avenue. Think about Niger Drive. Why can't we expand this road to be wide enough? It's beggar belief. So I don't know what's your opinion on this. Why Anambra should always be doing these narrow roads? So is that not time for us to change the gear in road construction? So what is your opinion? Thank you very much for joining us again, and I see you in the next one, and God bless you. I am still Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. Bye.